we have a slot where we'll have special addresses by the leaders from the government on various topics. We have with us now Mr. Ashwani Kumar, IAS advisor to BRICS CCI. A huge round of applause for him, please. I request him to come on stage for his special address on transforming India's governance landscape through innovation. Over to you, sir. So you can speak.
Good afternoon, everybody. I reached here about an hour ago, and I was listening to the panelists. And one of the things he asked that how come the private sector, what are the ways that private and government sector they can collaborate? So I would like to tell my story in that, in that response, and everybody would be having an idea because telling about the schemes what government is implementing, everybody has, fair idea what government is doing. But I would like to share my personal experiences. I did my BTech from IIT Madras. And in IITs, most of the students, they want to go abroad. And they always crib that India, this thing is not good, that thing is not good. And they would be going to US or other universities when they get the first chance. I also had, similar dilemma, but I thought, if you have problem in your house, either whether you run away or you fix the problem. So I thought I'll fix up the problem. I will stay here, and I will try to do something for my country, or at least I will give it a honest try. So I got into, preparation of civil services, and I was lucky enough to get into IAS. And I joined one of the remotest part of the country, Assam. Assam, Dhemaji. Dhemaji is one of the wettest place in the country. It is so flooded. So I was, very curious that 4 to 5 months flood camps are running. It's a very, very backward area. What am I doing here? Then slowly I realized that people, they are facing, very, very tiny problems. They are just struggling with problems like, health, education. Getting an institutional delivery is a challenge in that district. So I started doing little things. I had read a broken window theories in my academy where you try to fix small things to bring a bigger change. So once after I completed my subdivision posting, I got a chance to become Joint Secretary, Information Technology Department. And being a smaller state, I got 3 more departments, SAD, GAD, and AR&T. General Administration Department, Secretariat Administration Department, and AR&T Department. And there were a lot of schemes being implemented by IT department, like e-district, data center, and there was National E-Governance Plan which was into motion. And we had a very good team of specialists from IT sector, that was SEMT team, and there were very brilliant people working in NIC. And I realized that these people are very brilliant, but they're not delivering anything because they are not being guided properly. So apart from implementing the regular projects, I started focusing on other departments because IT is not about IT department. IT is about everything. If you implement a small IT innovation in any other department, you can bring a sea change. So I realized one thing there, in Assam Secretariat, in one day, around 3,000 people come in one day. Around 1,000 people in one day during 3 hours, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And there were around 7 to 8 people who used to issue passes to them. And in that process, there were long queues. And by 1 o'clock, not even half of the people could get into Secretariat. And most of the time, there were some people who were very frequent visitors, they got the chance to visit the Secretariat. So I requested my principal secretary sir that I would like to do a electronic pass system there so that people, they can apply for coming to secretariat, to meet officer, to lodge their grievance, and they don't have to stand in queue, because if we can do it electronically, nothing like that. He gave me a green signal, so I started working on that. And I still remember, like every day I used to go at 8 o'clock in the morning. All the data operators, all the people who were issuing manual passes, we trained them, and they were replaced as data operators who were, some of the people, they didn't know how to apply, so they used to come on Windows, so they used to apply them electronic pass. So everybody was trying, they were very, very reluctant to do anything. And I used to go there, and I used to do the work like it is my own work. And there were around 140 supervisors in Assam Secretariat. All the car passes, all the other kind of necessary permissions in the Secretariat, everything was done manually. And the reason for doing manually was that nobody was trying to do anything on computers. They were saying that we are old people, we cannot do anything. So I told them that I have enough manpower from SEMT and NIC, and the applications, all the applications were developed in-house by NIC, and necessary technical support was given by SEMT. And these 128 supervisors, we trained them every day. Like in a roster system, I told them, till you get trained, I will not leave you. I used to come to my home around 8 o'clock in the evening. So around 2 months, my entire personal life was destroyed. Coming to Guwahati, I used to think when I go to Guwahati, I will enjoy my life. But getting into this system, it was more, it was a very, very pathetic condition. But I had taken about that I will do it. In government, it is not about doing big things. It is about doing small things and having that determination that you will bring that change. You will not step back until that thing is done. So after like 4 or 5 months, when the system got stabilized, I went to my district as district collector, and there was an award which was instituted, CM, Chief Minister Award for Excellence in Public Administration for innovation in new schemes, so that all the government schemes can be made more transparent. And I got a Chief Minister Award along with my entire team. So that was a big push to me, where 1,000 people in a day, if you take around 20 days in a month, 60,000 people are coming to the Secretariat, and these 60,000 people, they are the one who are more proactive. So we had a database. We developed a MIA system, and thereafter we realized that 25% of the entire people who were coming to Secretariat, they were from health. They were coming to meet officials in health department, and around 35% were coming into education departments. 2 departments, around 60% people, visitors, they were coming. And there were some frequent visitors, and we could find out like what they were doing. In fact, our fellow police officers, they were very happy that it was a more secure system which was developed. So that was the beginning. So after that, I got into one more project. That was e-Prastuti, where all the standardization of websites of all the website of departments of government of Assam was done. India is a vast country. Around 22 languages we have officially, and multiple dialects. If you go to one state, the entire functioning of the government is different than in the other part. The file system, then one language, if you go to other state, the certificate pro forma, it will be different. So it is a very difficult situation that whenever you bring a scheme, a flagship scheme, you have to tailor it. Because if you don't tailor it, people would not be able to make any progress. having that uniformity in the government, that is that should be the motto, but that is a huge challenge. When you open a computer and you want to access a website, when you want to access any service by the government which is being provided, or you want to know something, if the websites are different, every day you will be struggling in finding out where is that particular matter where I want to look about. But if it is a uniform structure, people are more comfortable. They would be very comfortable around more than 50 departments. If they know website of one department and the other 49 departments, they can access very easily. So that was one more project which we did, where all the websites were standardized. And when I was doing my district training, my DC sir, he told me that in our country, all the people in private sector and government sector, everybody is bringing new policies. And when I was preparing for my civil services also, we used to think about what new we can bring, what can we do innovation. When I did my preparation, there were n number of schemes. Multiple schemes were being duplicated. So I thought these many schemes are already there. What new needs to be done? So I thought I'll go with the answer that I will implement whatever is already been planned. Because if you plan it properly, there is no need of new scheme. We are a country where excellent schemes are being drafted and they're being passed, but they are not being implemented. Bringing small changes will bring a huge change. That was the thing I learned. When I joined my district, I tried to develop a health management system. In that health management system, we were just tracking. If you see all the IT applications, we are just trying to communicate. We are just trying to make both the people, the service provider and the person who requires the service, together. We are trying to bring them together. That is all about IT. We are not able to do that properly. Doing that has become a challenge. Why it has become a challenge? Because most of our population, it is not computer savvy. They say that we don't want to work with the computers. And bringing that new innovation has become very difficult, because that change in mindset, that has to come. And once this mindset, it comes, there will not be a problem. Now we are talking about machine learning, we are talking about blockchain, we are talking about artificial intelligence. But how many people are actually understanding these technologies? People are trying to access to new technologies. I want to have access to new technology, but if that system fails, if a virus comes, how will I go about it? He has no idea. We are more open to cyber attacks and all that. So instead of trying to bring new innovations, trying to do a lot of new projects, we should try to focus on the schemes which are already there, and we should bring these people closer to us. We should educate them. We should tell them, train them that this is the technology and this is the way. If you integrate with the government, we can progress ahead. And as far as digital empowerment has been going on at a very, very fast pace. And if we see in a very, very short period of time, we'll see very, very new innovations, and it is going to be a very, very exciting time. So I would say that a lot of technologies have been implemented, a lot of work have been done. It is now time to review what we have done and to see the challenges ahead. With that, I would like to thank APAC News Network. I would like to thank all the sponsors for this event who have come together and brought this beautiful conference where all the digital innovations are being discussed, because it is these conferences where people get to know that these kind of initiatives are there. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Ashwani Kumar, advisor, BRICS CCI, for sharing with us his thoughts. And as you have rightly said, it's not always about doing big things, but doing a small thing which can make a huge impact. Thank you so much for making that happen in the state of Assam. I request Sangamitra Mohanty, co-founder of APAC News Network, to come on stage and hand over the Digital Governance Leadership Summit Award to Mr. Ashwani Kumar. A huge round of applause for him, please.